Hey guys, Zach here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be installing my old Defi meters. There's a bit bang up, wires are all cut and here and there. Some are even molded. Main reason is because this was on the GTR. People were wondering like why I had it on the GTR when there's heavy information on the GTR itself. Well, what problem was mine had the display info, right? The infotainment. Yeah, it wasn't really working, and certain part of the screen was actually distorted, I guess. I'm not so sure what happened, what's wrong with it. There was no radio as well. So this was actually previously from my R33 GTR. So I had it installed, R33 GTS, I guess, not GTR. GTR would have kept. So I had it laying around and I just installed it on the GTR temporarily to make sure I know what's the boost and stuff like that. The problem is the boost didn't have really issue, but the oil pressure is what I really installed them. I installed the oil pressure, I think. No, sorry, I can't remember. I think it was the boost or the oil pressure, I can't remember. So as you can see, the screen are all in bad condition. You know, there's scratches, there's marks and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to polish it with the polishing paste compound for plastics. I hope I don't damage it. I hope it'll be better. I'm going to only try on the boost meter first to make sure that it's working well. If not, I'll just get a new gauge. I don't really need the boost gauge anyways. There's a boost gauge on the Max ECU anyways, but I will need the oil temp and the oil press. There's no oil temp and oil press on the Max ECU. Max ECU displays like speed, boost and certain parameters and stuff like that, but for the oil pressure and the oil temp, I did not have the module and the sensors yet for the Max ECU, so I'll be using the gauge first. So I'm going to use, I'm gonna use this and try to polish it. So wish me luck, guys. I really hope I don't mess it up. But all right, time lapse. It didn't turn out great. It became worse apparently. Well, it didn't really become worse. I mean, the gauge face itself was really bad. One thing is, it doesn't really look as clean and smooth and clear, crystal clear, but the scratches and stuff like that, you know, those minor scratches, there was a lot of scratches though. Yeah, they're gone definitely. So I don't see any more scratches now, which is a good thing. The scratches is what was bothering me, but yeah guys, don't do this unless your gauge was in really bad condition. Then yeah, probably it's fine. You know, if yours like mine, yeah, then I would suggest you to do it. If not, yeah, don't guys. I'm gonna remove the gauge and all, and I'm gonna wash the stand and everything all, you know, make sure that they're clean from all this debris. I really like Defi though. I mean, Defi for me is like one of the most pioneer gauges in the JDM industry, I guess. Everyone uses Defi back then though. Everyone uses Defi now as well. Defi. Alright. I'll probably take this to a car wash and hopefully, you know, they can restore it much more better. I mean, they have like all type of great compound for polishing, right? From, you know, hard rough cut to finest cut, and you know, mirror polishing. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure if they can help me polish that, hopefully restore it a little bit better. I guess I'm gonna send the car for wash anyway sooner or later, and not so sure if I can install this by today though, but I'll probably just install them now, you know, and when I send the car for car wash, I just tell him like, dude, you know, I'll remove, it's not that hard to remove the gauge though, you just pull out the cable and that's about it. It's not that hard. It's DC chain, so one wire DCs all the connections, which is really cool though. I doubt it's CAN bus system. Is it? I don't think it's CAN bus though. It just probably sends a different voltage to a different gauges, I guess. So whatever gauge, no, it can't be though. I'm pretty sure it's CAN bus for DC though. But you know, all right, install them. Yep, let's install them, guys. I've basically ripped out half the interior. I've ripped off the side, the whole entire side panels on the right side, because I'll be wiring all the sides as you guys see earlier in the time lapse. I've also removed the center console, cleaned it up much more better. I've vacuumed the whole entire. It was dirty, it was filthy, it was just I can't imagine how bad the condition was, though, to be honest. So as you can see, I've noticed certain part around in the car, like certain module here for the brake lights and the lighting module. I forgot what is it called, and also the ABS module. If you see here, hold on, let me take you guys for a tour. Alright, so much more clearer now. So as you can see, I've cleaned up the whole entire part. This one is the ABS module. If you look closely, it says E89, and this was manufactured in 2014. So it's a 6-year-old airbag. I think there was a recall or something. I'm not so sure if there was a recall. That was all sort of gunk though inside here. I mean, I don't really blame the owner, but I really wish the owner would have kept it well. But I realized there were kids' toys, earrings and stuff like that. So, you know, well, can't blame him. That's kids. If you guys notice, this is for the airbag. I think what it does is I'm not too sure as well, but I think it kind of deploy the airbag if your seatbelt is being worn. If your seatbelt is not being worn, yeah, I don't think the airbag will actually be, you know, popping up. I think this is because, I don't know, I'm not so sure too, guys. I'll try to figure out what it is. And I realized that all these twisted wires are mostly for airbags and stuff like that. There's multiple airbags though. There's airbags on the pillars on the front, pillar A, and the rear as well, C pillars. See, there's airbags there. So that's the fuel pump there, fuel level, both fuel level. I'll try to vacuum much more behind and clean it much more. For now, I'm just, you know, spring cleaning a little bit, not too much, because I will eventually send the car to the swap garage, and you know, obviously it's going to be dirty back later on, so it's just a normal spring cleaning. So one thing I really want to show you guys is, if you guys notice the gear knob, right, it's identical placement with the M3. Obviously it's the same chassis, they use the same chassis, so definitely they will have the same mounting point. You can see the screw here are same, 2 bolts here as well, same for this one. Okay, yeah, see, 2 mounting bolts as well, and it will just line up perfectly. So let's see. All right, boom, boom. I've cleaned up the aircon vents as well. I was thinking to actually remove the entire dashboard, but yeah, I've mounted the gauges and stuff like that, the tap and everything, and I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna remove the dashboard. I'm not gonna mess with anything behind there, but I will get under down below and try to clean the entire part from bottom as much as I can, so that, you know, there's no dust and debris and stuff like that. I also use this, guys, Vans 75% alcohol disinfectant spray, kills up to 99.99% of germs, so it's really good. I sprayed it inside the aircon van as well. What I did was I used the front outer blower, and I sprayed like for, I think, a minute at least, non-stop. That's why I left a little bit only. I sprayed it non-stop into the air conditioner, so that it will kill all the bacteria in the air conditioner as well. It's very dangerous, guys, because, you know, with the sickness and the COVID-19 all, it's better that you get this, clean up the whole car and the interiors and so on. You don't want to get sick with all this, you know, dirt, dust and stuff like that. For most of my viewers, I know you guys know as well, I'm a very tidy and clean person. I cannot have any bacteria or dirt or dust or whatever anywhere, even in my studio. I make sure it's perfectly clean. You could lick my table and you wouldn't be sick. That's how clean I am. So I'm gonna put this back. I'm not so sure why there's a hat for it. Yeah, but I think it's, you know, probably like to make sure that it keeps tidy and properly. I don't know. I probably don't want anything hitting as well. So as you guys can see, there's wiring covers as well for all. So I'm gonna route the accessory power up to here, and I'm gonna use the accessory power from this one. This is the accessory power. I tried to tap from more bottom right behind there, but I was thinking that would be such a hassle if there's any issue with it. So I'm just gonna tap from here. I'm definitely gonna solder it and make sure that, you know, it's good. And main reason why I'll be using this is because this power source only powers up the tap and probably some of the other gauges and stuff like that, and my phone charges, so it wouldn't really run on high power. This one at the back here, this one I'll be running like vacuum cleaners and stuff like that, so it might take much more power, and I do not want to use this instead, so I'll just leave this here for now. If you can see, the power as well goes the same. So this accessory power, it only powers up when your key is in and you press start, without starting the engine. But I realized that I will need to tap like battery power from somewhere else if in the car, yeah guys. Outside, yeah, obviously you can just tap from the battery in the bonnet. But yep, everything seems fine, because as you know, for the Defi gauges you need 12 watt power from the battery and also ignition power. But I'll probably just pull a wire back somewhere, I don't know, I guess to the ECU somewhere where it would take constant power, 12 watt. And yep, also one more thing I realized, I need to pull more wires from behind here. I gotta pull much more wires behind here. So as you guys can see, the corrugated post, hold on, alright, sorry, my battery went dead. So as you guys can see, I have used these corrugated covers. One thing is really nice about this is that I could just have like a Teflon hose or anything like that and just push it, force it all the way in, and it will just appear and come out here. So that's kind of cool. I really like that. Let me show you guys. So yep, this is the relay box, all wire up nicely. I will definitely wire this to the battery later on here. So this one I'll just leave it for a while. I will trim a certain area and certain part so the wire doesn't really get pinched on the board. But one thing I really like about the board is the bottom of the board, that's like a very thick fiber of, I don't know, cloth, wool or something, sponge, I guess, I don't know. So I'm just gonna press it and make sure that it doesn't really pinch the wire. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And I'm also gonna put a cloth tape here on top. I'm gonna put cloth tape here where the wire is gonna go, and make sure that it doesn't get pinched as well. I was thinking to grind it a little bit, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna mess with that though. As long as the wire is, I'm gonna cloth the wire as well to make sure that it doesn't really easily get through or get cut and stuff like that. So yeah, I gotta pull another wire all the way to inside the corrugated. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna, you see, it'll be hassle if I pull the 12-watt wiring all the way here and go back to the corrugated pipe there. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cut a hole here. Sorry, let me on the light. Yep, all right. So I'm gonna cut a hole here, probably like a slice or hole or something there, and I'm gonna push through all the wires here, and I'm gonna bring them all the way behind here and back to the battery here. So that way it's much more safer and much more better. I was thinking actually to pull this wire all the way to the front there and all the way back there, but I realized that it's much more harder to push the wires from there coming out here instead of there to the end instead. So yep, and obviously I'm gonna use either this grounding, but I probably won't mess with this because I'm not so sure what grounding this is. I don't want to mess if it's the airbag and stuff like that. So I'm gonna ground everything right here. This is the main grounding point to the battery. As you guys can see, I've even changed the terminal block. So I have 3 extra 1 4-gauge terminal block and then 2 7-gauge terminal block. That way I can use for any other additional stuff or sound system or whatever if I want in the future. But I wouldn't really do sound system for the car, so for me exhaust note is the sound system. So yeah, that's about it. I'll probably have one more grounding wire, I guess, ground somewhere to the car. It's never too bad to have a lot of grounding though, so yep. Alright, so I think I will stop for today. It's evening already, it's gonna be late evening. I don't like doing my work at night, guys, because, well, you wouldn't really be able to see everything, and I'm not gonna run around with a torchlight. So well, most of the time, because I shower around 7 and 8 o'clock I have my dinner, and I don't like getting myself sweaty all over again and then showering late night as well. So yep, I've mounted the Defis. I've just mounted them. I've never wired them or anything yet. I've mounted the Innovate PowerSafe PSN1 as well. It doesn't really stick that well though, so I'll try to figure out and put more tape behind, double tape. This one is really strong, but I think because this cable is basically just, you know, making it push away from where it should sit. Yep, it's actually pushing it away. So I'll try to figure out a way to, ow, god damn it. So I've mounted this as well. I've never really wired anything yet, guys. I'm not gonna wire anything yet for now. Oh sorry, this is my grounding point. My plan will to try to get this done by tomorrow, I guess. Wire up the PSN1, wire up the Defi, just wiring them up, but I'm not going to run the sensors and the control unit for now. I'm just going to have accessory power. I'm going to do the accessory power as well. I'm going to mode it and wire it and make sure that I run with the connector as well. I'm going to use both power and ground as well. Why? Firstly, I don't want grounding anywhere around here, so I'm gonna make yeah, I'm gonna hide the terminal block here probably. Make sure that if in the future if they need any power and ground, all he have to do is actually just remove the top panel cover from the center console. We don't need to actually remove the whole center console, and we have full access of the terminal blocks and stuff like that if we want to wire anything. And wiring any part here through here is like super easy, you know. You can just have the wire come down here and it's not that hard. So I want to make sure that the ignition power, accessory power, and the grounding point is all going to be right there. And I'm going to use this, and I'm pretty sure this can take, because the wire is really thick though. I mean, this is really thick wiring. It's really hot as well. I'm pretty sure this one can handle high ampere, high current though, which I wouldn't really run crazy high ampere current, but you know, good to know, right? So yep, I'll see what else I can do for tomorrow, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching always, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate that, and I'll see you guys next video. Ciao, guys.